Hi, this video is a little bit different to my normal money blocks. So this video is more about dealing with emotion, the emotion of overwhelm, the feeling of overwhelm. So hi, I'm Sarah from Tapping Into Money Girl. Before we get started, just two quick reminders. Firstly, emotions can come up before they subside. So just keep tapping through and I'm going to talk you through it and just breathe through it as well until the feelings subside. Secondly, by tapping along to this video, you're agreeing to take full responsibility for your own physical and mental health well-being. So I just want you to put your feet flat on the floor and just start tapping on your collarbone points. And I just want you to start breathing because we can hold our breath when we're in overwhelm. So you might find yourself in overwhelm in just frozen around what you need to do. You might just feel in freeze, brain freeze, just can't think. You might be thinking too big. You might be thinking about doing too much in one go. You might be thinking about taking too bigger a leap in one go. Or you might be feeling overwhelmed from emotions coming up against money blocks, coming up against mind trolls and inner saboteurs. And you're just feeling a little overwhelmed by it all. Just feels a little bit too much. And that's okay, we all get to this point at some point. It's all part of going after our goals, going after our vision, because it means that we are stretching ourselves and our blocks are coming up to be healed. So it can be a very healing journey, but when we're in overwhelm, it doesn't feel very healing, and all we want is just to calm down. So just keep tapping on your collarbone points and breathing through and just allowing things to settle a little, bringing your focus to the here and now, putting whatever has been happening, where your focus has been placed, just putting that on hold for a moment. All that matters is this moment, right now. Just bringing your attention to tapping on your collarbone points. Bring your attention to your breathing. And bring your attention just to tapping along with me, allowing things to settle, knowing that just something was triggered. You just got into your fight and flight response. And by tapping on our collarbone point and bringing our attention to now, which is allowing our system, our nervous system, to calm down, our brain, our thoughts to calm down, bringing our focus back to now and away from whatever we were focusing on in the past, what we've got to do in the future. We're just bringing our focus to now, and this is all we need to do. And just know that it's okay to get overwhelmed at times. And just to know that you just make a decision about what you need to do, which is normally just to stop, tap or get some fresh air, shift your focus elsewhere for a short space of time, shift your focus to the here and now, and exactly what you can do in the here and now. Because there's not a lot of choice. There's not a lot we can do in the here and now. Our choice really gets narrowed down. Because we can't do what needs doing tomorrow, or what needs doing next week, or what needs doing in 3 months' time, which is where our thoughts can be a lot of the time. When we bring our focus just to now, and what the priority is just for now, then it really narrows down our to-do list, what we can actually do now. And if any emotions were triggered, it's okay, we're just giving ourselves the space to allow them to process and release. Allow our mind, allow our body and our nervous system just to calm down and reorientate back in the here and now. You might want to place your hand over your collarbone points and just focus on your breathing. Just allowing yourself a little bit of space. Taking a few minutes, or whatever you were doing or not doing. As you do that, giving yourself a little bit more time, and just have a sense of what might have been going on. Were you triggered by a block, a fear of something? Did you get overwhelmed by thinking about how much you've got to do? Not breaking it down small enough, even prioritising it. So you can just focus on the top 2 or 3 tasks. You're thinking too big, and it's good to think big, but we can't leap from A to Z in one great huge leap. There's quite a number of steps in between. So we can think big, but then we need to think small steps. Small, manageable steps that we can work through, consistently work through. Where you're doing some tapping and you got a little bit overloaded with emotion, it might just be worth thinking about the next time you tap, just to take it a little bit slower. Did something happen? It triggered you into overwhelm or fear, or some old story or belief? Or was it that was overwhelming? It's just noticing what you need to do. Whether it's a little bit more tapping, whether it's breaking things down, whether it's taking things slower, whether it's being a little bit more structured with your time, whether it's delegating more, or creating stronger support systems, or systems that actually do support you. Is it taking better care of yourself so you don't get to that place of overwhelm? Is it setting good boundaries? Is it learning to say no more often? Or at least prioritise what you say yes to? So again, just breathing into it. Might want to do a little bit of tapping. Just allowing it to pass. Just bring your focus on just the next thing that you need to do. You might need to just do something entirely different for a short while before you come back to whatever it was that triggered some overwhelm. And just to know that it's okay, that you have permission to take things at your own pace and to need the support you need and to put in the boundaries that you need to put in place. That it's totally okay that you have permission. In fact, it's a necessity. But again, do it one step at a time. Don't try and achieve it all or put it all in place in one go. Just put one thing in place at a time and build from there. Again, you might want to do a little bit more tapping. You might want to do a little bit of shaking. Just shake things out a little bit. Place your feet flat on the floor. You might even want to go and get a drink of water or some herbal tea or something before you get back into whatever it is you need to get back into. So you look after yourself. Take things one step at a time. Give yourself the support and the time that you need. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. I'm Sarah from Tapping Into Money Girl. Thank you.